Welcome to TaskStream. This is going to be the electronic portfolio system that we use for all the portfolio turn-ins. So it does a couple of things for you. One, before you're ready to turn in your portfolio, you can upload documents into it so it's on a secure server. And two, no more giant notebooks that you have to drive around frantically to beat the 6 p.m. deadline. Okay, you just upload when you're ready. So we'll walk you through it step by step. The handout has everything on it that I'm going to say. So you can follow along, but you don't need to worry about scribbling furiously because everything's there for you. Okay? There's two basic components to TaskStream: building your folio and turning it in. Every semester I give the same spiel, and every semester there's one, count them one, that doesn't believe me about the turning it in part. Okay? Building it doesn't get it to us to evaluate. You have to build it in one piece of the system, and then you have to turn it in the other. And I will walk you through those steps and show you. Okay? What TaskStream does not impact is the way you create your documents. You'll do that the way you've always done it, in Word or Pages or whatever. Okay? So you don't actually need your TaskStream account unless you want to use it for storage until you are ready to upload. It's $25 for one semester, which is less than the printing and the ink and the notebook and the dividers and the paper and much less headache too. I mean, the cost of Excedrin right alone you'll save. Okay, so you're going to go to TaskStream.com. To buy an account, you'll say create or renew account. Okay? Now, since I have one, I can't walk you through all those steps, but I'll show you what it looks like. Create or renew account. You will go to Create. Then you will go down and say Option 1, Credit Card. You don't have a key code. Now, if for some reason you don't have access to a credit or debit card, you can call them, send a check, and get a key code to register that way, but that takes longer. So if you don't have a credit card or you do not use credit cards, there are some people that don't, it's okay. You can still manage the system. You just need to make sure you start a little earlier because you'll have to call the company and send them a check, and once they receive it, they'll email you the key code that you can enter for your account. Okay, but if you have credit card, debit cards, you just zip that right in and you get an account. Okay? Now, building the account is not the same thing as being enrolled in a program. Okay, so let me walk you through that step. After you've created your account, then you will be able to log in. Okay, I'll log in with me. And after you're enrolled in a program, you will see all the programs you're enrolled in. Okay? When you first log in, you'll see nothing because all you have is a TaskStream account, just like anybody else in the world that logs on with a credit card. Okay? What you will need to do is use the self-enrollment codes on the back to put yourself in the program or programs. So MATs have two programs. You have Student Teaching Practicum and MAT. So you'll enroll yourself in both programs. Okay? Sometimes if you enroll in a student teaching program, it will give you access to all the templates so you don't have to bother with the second code. You'll know when you pull down the template list if you've got access to all of them or not. I guess it just depends on what mood it's in. Okay? So it's very important, this Home tab up here is where you will see your program once you're enrolled in it. You will see right here, see don't see your program? If you're a student and you have a self-enrollment code, enter code. Just click that button and enter the code. Okay. Then that will give you access to the templates. And what we've done is taken your requirements for every program and I have built you a template. So you don't even have to remember what you're supposed to put in your portfolio. You enroll in the right program and click on the right template and poof, it will appear for you. And then all you'll have to do is click on it and upload to the right doorway. Okay? So we've tried to make it as user-friendly and as easy as humanly possible. Now, you need a little verbiage here. Portfolios don't exist in TaskStream. They call it a web folio. So that's what you're looking for. Okay? And that's this tab right here, Folios. and web pages. You simply go to that tab. And sometimes people miss it. This is all there is to it. New folio / web page title. That's where you begin. Okay, that's where you begin building your new folio. And because there's not a begin new folio here verbiage, sometimes people call me, they're like, I did it, but there's no place to create one. It's just that giving it a name is the first step to creating it. That's all you do. So I'll show you what that looks like. Now here's the thing. For all the programs, and Dr. Judd's going to tell me about PE, we send you out to public school evaluators, right? So for teaching portfolios, full-time faculty evaluate you and somebody in the public schools evaluate you. Same way for the leadership portfolios. We evaluate you here and somebody else. You get 2 evaluations. So we send those out anonymously. It will just identify you by number. But they will see whatever you type here. So if we have sent you out anonymously so you get an anonymous, blind, unbiased review, and you put Addie Jean Student Teaching Portfolio as the title, they're going to see that, okay? So you can just say Student Teaching Portfolio or MAT Portfolio or EDLD Portfolio, or you could use your initials if you're going to create more than one thing, that's fine. But if you put your name there, they're going to know who you are when we send it out into the schools to be evaluated. Okay. You also need to think about that on your portfolio projects. That means you need to go onto your title page and delete your name. Now everything else can stay. You don't need to tinker with anything, but delete your name. Otherwise it's not going to be an anonymous evaluation if your name's everywhere. Now last semester I said that and somebody went in and deleted all their names off their title page beautifully, and then in their reflections they used their name as the header. I'm just saying. Right? It's not anonymous if you tell people who you are. And we like to give you that double anonymous review so that you get that. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're doing that. So to start one, I'll just say, okay, I've given it a title, example port, and I click Create New. Okay. Now, it's going to ask you, do you want to use a TaskStream or do you want to use one designed by your learning community? What you reckon? Designed by my learning community. Okay. Once I click that, it will give me a drop-down menu. Okay. And you will see, I can see everything because I'm the program manager. You'll see at least the templates for the programs you've enrolled yourself in. You might see more. Sometimes the way the DRFs are set up, you see more, but you will at least see the ones you're enrolled in, okay? Then all you do is come down and click on it and say continue. Now, I'm going to give you a hint, and I typed this on the page, right? It gives you a choice, horizontal, tabbed, left navigation 1 or left navigation 2. I'm not going to tell you what to do, it's your portfolio, but I'm just saying if your life depends on this degree, pick left navigation 1. The others are just confusing. They're just confusing. They confuse the evaluators. They're hard to find everything that we're looking for. The hardest one is that horrible horizontal and tabbed. It's horrifying. And you know, if it's me and I'm getting a master's degree, I really don't want to irritate the person grading my portfolio. That's just me. But I want that person in a good mood. So I recommend strongly left navigation 1. But it's yours, do whatever you want to. I'm just telling you. Because I love you. Pick left. Right? It just makes it easier. Now, I've already preloaded the Wingate University theme. Once you click that, you can go down and save changes. Then all you need to do is edit your content. You're ready. Okay, click on the Edit Content tab, and poof, it's a portfolio. Everything's there on the left-hand side. All your classes, exactly what you need to do is already preloaded for you. Okay, see, I've already typed all that in. There's a place for the reflection and a place for the project under each and every class, and it's the same for every program. Whatever it is that your program requires, I've loaded it for you. Okay, yes?
I have a question. What if professors have us do 3 projects Or 2 projects.
You can, whatever, it will let you put multiple attachments in.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now, here's the one thing I want to warn you about.
Question.
Yes.
Multiple attachments within the file.
Within that section.
Okay.
Yes. So for instance, your people need 2 pieces of evidence per. They can simply attach one, then click attach again and attach another under that same tab.
Great.
Yes.
So we attach the whole project for every
The
class.
whole project. You no longer have to mess with picking out little pieces. We had you pick out the little pieces and cut and paste because they were these giant paper notebooks. You don't have to mess with that anymore.
What about the group projects that some of the teachers cannot find?
If it's a group project, you can only put your piece in it.
Okay.
Your piece of the project is all. You can't comment on other people's work. Now, in your reflection, you could say it was a group project, and there were other pieces to this portfolio project that were this, this, and this. My piece is attached below. Okay? Now, if you want to draw your evaluator's attention to a certain piece of your project that really demonstrates the mastery you're talking about, all you have to do is either put a text box around it or highlight it in a different color text. And in your reflection, you can say, this is demonstrated best on page 4 of my portfolio project, see yellow text. You can point the reader to specific pieces. A lot of, we used to have you cut and paste little tidbits of your portfolio projects. The old instructions say, don't put your whole project in. Well, that was in the, giant paper notebook days. Well, you don't have to go through that now. Just find a way to draw attention by page number in your reflection or by text box or whatever to the piece of the portfolio project you're specifically talking about when you do so. But you don't have to mess with chopping it up anymore.
And that was called the documentation section, right?
Yes. Okay. Absolutely.
I already started to do that, but I can reverse it.
Well, and you don't have to undo it if you've already done it, but if you haven't already done it, you don't have to mess with it. Whatever is easiest for you at this point.
No problem.
Okay? So it's all there. All there for you. I do want to point out across the top, this add, delete, move, and copy area, unless there's a really compelling reason, don't touch those. You're going to mess up all the things I did for you so that you wouldn't have to touch those boxes. Okay? Don't touch.
So when you're within the files, like the project, would I have access to those kinds of things? Copy and pasting or deleting those things? I guess I would just delete the attachment if I didn't want it in there.
Yes.
And reboot it.
Oh yes, if you upload and then go, ooh, no, I uploaded the wrong thing. Yeah, you just delete it. Until you have submitted it, nobody can see it but you.
Okay.
Where's the save button?
Well, it just automatically does it.
Oh.
So for instance, if I go into reflection and click there, I want to upload my reflection for trends and issues, all along the bottom, it's going to say, what do you want to add? Do you want to add text or slideshow? That's PowerPoint. Do you want to add an attachment? Yes, that's what you're going to work with is attachments. Now, we have people in the performing arts that do videos, upload teaching videos or music videos or things like that. You can do that here. You can upload videos as evidence. Most of you do not need that function. But this gives you the list of all of the things that you can upload. You're mainly going to work with the attachment button. All you do is click it, and it's going to give you that same browse box that is universal. And you're going to a file saved on your computer. You click browse, and just like any other time you've uploaded a file anywhere on the internet, you find it, you click it, poof, it's there. Okay? That's all you have to do. Well, you have to create the files. But once they're created, you don't have to do anything else but click in the right box. But do click in the right box. Every once in a while, like last semester, I opened a portfolio and she had the same reflection 3 times. Label those suckers really well so that when you're going to upload and click, it's really clear which one you need to upload. She had the same reflection in 3 different classes. It's just an accident, but make sure you upload the right one.
So that save and return button, we don't need to deal with that button?
Once you get to this point, you will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, once you get to this
So
point, you
after
will.
you upload it, then you click save.
Correct, right. That's
Thank you.
absolutely right. Okay? Now you're just going to do that throughout the whole thing, and then you'll be done with creating it. But that's just half of what we need you to do. while you still have not submitted it, it doesn't matter. You can delete, you can start over, you can start a whole nother one and delete that one. You can find a better version of the project and take that out and put another one in. Nothing matters until you submit, okay? And that's when it starts mattering. So let's talk through that. Once you're ready to submit, TaskStream calls that the DRF, and that's on your paper, Directed Response Folio. That simply means we're directing you what to turn in. See, in the web folio, we're not directing you. You're choosing the portfolio project from your files. You're choosing the reflection from your files that you want to put in there. Once you get to the DRF, you're going to put there what we tell you to put there, okay? And the only thing we're going to tell you to put there is your whole portfolio. That's why it's called Directed Response, a DRF. You go to your main page, your home tab, and you will either see 1 or 2 DRF categories, depending. If you're an MAT, you're going to see 2, because you have a student teaching and you have an MAT. If you're just in a master's program, you're only going to see one thing. So it's going to be really easy for you to figure out where to submit, okay? Now, it won't let me show you because I'm the program manager. But do you remember that left-hand box I just showed you? You're going to get that same left-hand box for the DRF, okay? Remember when you clicked on, I want to upload a file from my computer? Now you're just going to click on the one below that says upload a file created in TaskStream. That's all you have to do to find your web folio. So let's say I'm an add-on. I'll click there, and it will, again, it knows who I am, so it won't show me. But you will get, it will say, submit portfolio here. It will be the only thing you have to do. It won't give you any other options. It will simply say submit portfolio here. You will click there. And it will give you that little left box where it says upload a file from my computer, upload a file created in TaskStream. Now you're going to upload a file created in TaskStream because you created your web folio in TaskStream. So when you click that button, it'll give you a drop-down menu of all the things you've created in TaskStream. If you've only done one, it's only going to show you one. That's going to be real easy. You click on that, you do the save and return. Now here's the thing. Here's where somebody doesn't listen to me each and every semester, and it causes them and me much, much grief. Once you submit, hit the save and return or submit button, it will say, are you sure you want to submit? You need to say yes. Okay? Even if you are apprehensive about actually completing this program, say yes. Then it will say, are you sure? Once you submit, no changes can be made. And that's where most people go, and they freeze. Don't do that. Fight it off. Keep going. Submit, submit, submit. You need to keep clicking either submit or confirm, whichever it is. It's a variety of words, until you get the confirmation page that says you have successfully submitted your web folio at such and such date and such time. Keep clicking. Fight off the urge to run screaming into the night. Keep clicking until you get the confirmation page, and then print the confirmation page. And once you've done that, resist the urge to email me and say, did you get it? Resist. Tie your hands behind your back, go to bed, take a drive, resist the urge to email me. Okay, because we have 8 programs submitting December the 9th or whatever. Resist the urge to email me. If you get the confirmation page, you've submitted. If you don't get the confirmation page, you have not submitted your portfolio. Okay? All it's trying to do is make you aware that once you keep going, you can't go back and go, oh wait, I wanted to do that other version of the project. I'm going to delete this one and add this one. You just can't do it anymore once you've sent it off to be graded. That's all it's trying to warn you about. Okay? You just can't tinker with it anymore once you've sent it to be graded. But at that point, you don't care anymore, right? You're done. Just send it. Keep going. Cover your eyes and keep clicking, okay, until you get the print page. I swear to you, there's at least one individual every time who doesn't do it, and they don't get a grade back, and then they call panicking, how come I didn't get a grade? Because we didn't get a portfolio. Okay, you have to resist the urge to run screaming into the night and keep clicking, okay? Once you have done so, it will come to me, and I will assign it to 2 graders. And once those 2 graders are done, I will reconcile your scores, and if the scores are pretty much in line, I will click return to candidate. Okay? So you won't get them all back at the same time. It's not like when we did the paper versions and we just held them all until everybody was done with everything. When yours is done, you get it back. You get an email that goes, and you click to get your scores. So please also don't call me. The person who lived in the apartment with me got theirs back and I didn't. You will get it back when everybody's done, right? We have to send these out to the public school partners. And some teachers are able and some principals are able to grade really, really fast, and some have a busy few days. We give them a week before they have to send it back to me. And some of them do it that night, and in 2 days, you get your portfolio back. That's great. I don't hold them. Once they're done, I send them to you. But just because someone that you know in class got theirs back and you didn't does not mean a thing. Okay? I will monitor them and everybody will get it back, but don't call me because someone you know got it and you didn't. I just assume that as soon as it's finished, you want it. So I release it as soon as they're finished. Now, if they come back and the 2 evaluations are wildly different, best portfolio I ever saw, this is horrible, don't let this person graduate, I send for a 3rd evaluation then. So yours might take a little longer, okay? That usually does not happen, maybe once or twice a year. I get wildly different opinions, and so then I call for a 3rd evaluation so that we can make sure what we're doing, okay? So that's all there is to it. I mean, all the instructions are right there for you, and it's very user-friendly. And the reason I picked this particular system is because they have live human help until 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? You can call a person, and they know me. Okay? You tell them you're with Wingate University. They're going to know what my parameters are. They can look and see, oh, that's because you're doing it wrong. Oh, that's because you're in the wrong program. Okay? And occasionally, as with computers, sometimes the computer makes decisions that I didn't necessarily approve of. So every once in a while, there'll be something googly in the system, and that's fine. You call them, they'll call me. Hey, Dr. White, you need to go in and click that button. For some reason, it's not letting them submit. So there's always someone there that can get to the root of the problem for you. And if it's something that I need to fix in the system, they either call or email me and I fix it. So it is a wonderful system, and they're super nice people because and they really know who I am, because when we first started out, I called them all the time. What are we doing? What does this mean? They're super nice, okay? And they're there till 11 o'clock at night, Eastern Standard Time. So I just need you to remember the 2 pieces. You have to build it, and you have to submit it. And those are 2 different processes, and if you don't do both, you're going to be bummed out at the results. Okay? Any questions?
I have a question. On your instructions, it says I'm a participant in the college university, but I didn't see where it was on there. Is that option?
It's another step.
It's another step.
Yeah, it's another step further.
Okay.
It'll ask you, because high schools also use this, there are secondary schools that use it, then it will ask you for some demographic information that we have to report to our accrediting agency. It will also ask you for your student ID, so if you don't know your Wingate student ID, you need to find out. Okay, whoever has you in class this time can pull it off the roster. You can call Linda and she can look it up for you. In my gate, you ought to be able to get it, but
I can get them.
okay, but you will need your Wingate student ID to register for an account. Okay? And you can email me for help. The best thing to do, unless it's just a Wingate related question, the best thing to do is call the help desk. But if it's just a Wingate related thing or something real quick and you don't need an answer right now, but it's okay to wait until I check email again, sure, feel free to email me. I don't mind answering questions. Okay, but if you need to know right now, when it's 11 p.m., call them. Okay, I'm up and I'm not in a good mood. All right, anything else? I think that you'll find it's very manageable and very easy to do. And it takes a lot of the pressure off. Because once you get it all uploaded, you can look at it, then you just, in your bunny slippers and jammies, click submit. You don't have to drive anywhere and drop it anywhere, and you don't have to come back and pick it up to get your grade. Courtney, what's the due date? December 1st? Or?
I don't know off the top of my head what that is for the fall.
It's in the newsletter. It'll be,
semester ends the
finals week is the 9th, so it should be like the 12th.
I think
It's the Monday after finals
I
weekend.
think, yeah. Our classes end the 10th or something.
If you email us, we'll send you. But it goes out in the graduate newsletter every time she sends one out. At the very bottom, there's that whole long calendar
Okay.
with all the dates on it. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can find it. But it's always the Monday after the last day of finals.
Is it 5th? Is it the 5th?
I think 5th through the 9th is finals week. But then some programs, if yours is due,
You're thinking for
Some are
spring.
different.
some are different. But MAT, MAED, EDLD, and add-on, I think are all
Yeah, they're all the Monday after
the Monday
classes
after
end.
finals weekend.
Yeah.
All right, anything else I could do for you except your portfolio? I'm not doing that for you. I love you, but. Okay. Good luck. Let me know if you need anything. I think you're going to be just fine. You're going to like it. You're really going to like it.